neurodiverse people, welcome to my This Has Been Eilish channel dedicated to neurodiverse people everywhere, but in particular people with dyspraxia and or dyscalculia. For those of you that are new to my channel, I was born with dyscalculia, but I wasn't diagnosed with it until I was 15 when I was trying to do New Zealand NCA Level 1 Maths. My family and I knew that something was up because my math skills remained at a primary school level. Anything to do with math would pretty much go in one ear and out the other, and nothing would stick. Luckily for me, I got a diagnosis of dyscalculia. Today I'm going to talk a bit more about what dyscalculia is and what it's like living with dyscalculia, as well as some of the common things that people like me have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. Everyone's wired differently, especially when it comes to dyscalculia. So what I might have could be different to someone else that has dyscalculia. From my own experience with dyscalculia and also from hearing other people's experiences with it, I know there can be misconceptions about what it is and how dyscalculia brains work. There's not a lot of study or research currently done around dyscalculia, so it's a harder neurodiversity to understand. I created this story to try and explain what happens when my dyscalculia brain is doing something maths related. It involves a train trying to go on a journey, which I think is very similar to how my brain operates. I hope you find this informative and that you also learn something new about this interesting neurodiversity. This is the brain train. The carriages are carrying a new maths concept to the maths part of the brain. It can be anything connected to maths: multiplication, division, subtraction, addition, telling the time on analog clocks, working out measurements for recipes, etc. Suddenly, the brain train has to stop. There's a blockage up ahead. It's a dyscalculia rock. It is stopping the maths concept from going to the maths part of the brain. Hang on, here comes some help to clear the track. The digger and workers in their high-vis vests are here, representing teachers or trainers or anyone prepared to help me learn. With a bit of patience, persistence, and lots of repetition, the dyscalculia rock is taken away. Once the track is cleared, the brain train can finally arrive at the station and the maths concept can get stuck in my brain. I have decided to share what it's like living with dyscalculia, a developmental condition that specifically affects mathematic ability. An easy way to understand this neurodiversity is this explanation. People with dyslexia have difficulty with letters and words, whereas people with dyscalculia have difficulty with time, numbers, how numbers work, and also counting and money. Dyslexia isn't related to dyscalculia, however it's common for people with dyslexia to have dyscalculia also. Here are some of the things I have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. When I was at school, I was taught multiple times how to read an analog clock. However, this is still an issue for me. I can't really understand them. Digital is so much easier. With dyscalculia, I have no concept of time. So for example, when someone says to me, you need to be ready in 5 minutes, I have absolutely no idea how long 5 minutes is. If I try to figure it out, I will most likely miscalculate it. My workaround is to ask people to tell me a specific time. So for example, be ready at 12:15, and I find that is a lot easier to understand and grasp. I also don't understand what it means when someone says quarter past, half past, or 22. I need them to say 2:15, 10:30 or 1:40. Because I have no concept of time, I really struggle with time management. So figuring out what time I need to be at work, an appointment, or wherever I need to be means I either arrive too early or too late. I always try to have a plan to work out when I need to get ready, what time I need to leave, and once I have the plan, I'm fine and will make it on time. Something I still struggle with is multiplication, addition, subtraction, and division. I remember trying to learn my times tables at school and never quite getting it. I've since realised that it would have been easier if I'd had the times tables numerals written out. So not 2 times 5 equals 10, but 2 times 5 equals 10. If I'd known that at school, it's highly likely I would have understood the principles of the times tables much faster than what I eventually did. I used to work in retail after I left school, and before I was really embracing my neurodiversity, this was a very brave thing to do, especially when it came to receiving or handing out cash. I found that very stressful, and I had 2 panic attacks during that time due to my dyscalculia and the stress of not understanding how much money I was given or how much change I needed to give back, even when this was on a checkout machine. Handling or dealing with cash still freaks me out, so I prefer to use my FS card. Although it's common for me to sometimes feel anxious about undertaking math-related tasks, I also know with the right support and help from moving around me, it's a lot easier to manage. So, neurodiverse people, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to follow me on any other social media channels, then the links are in the description box down below. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch this. I'll see you next time on the Eilish channel. Stay brilliant and we'll talk soon. Bye!